your breath. To get comfortable, tall through the spine. And let's let our first 3 breaths be all about exhaling away our day so far and any extra things we're carrying with us. And then as we begin to bring our focus to the present moment, we start with just a quick body scan from either the feet up or the head down, just checking in with our body, checking in with our alignment here, moving it around so it feels good. Maybe we even need to move to feel our body this morning. Coming into what feels like the tallest position, and we're going to start to use our inhales to bring us what we need. Taking that breath to any place in our body that feels tender, tight, or sore. We let go of our extra thoughts. We soften our bodies, open our hearts. Let's take a moment to set our own personal intention and to take 3 full and deep breaths around that intention. After the end of that 3rd exhale, we're going to begin warming and moving our neck. So starting with a side-to-side motion, if that feels okay to your neck. Turn your head side to side. Maybe bring it down, chin up. Shoulder up, one shoulder down. One shoulder forward and one shoulder back. Ear to shoulder. Side to side. And then some semicircles from one shoulder, take the chin to the other. Nice, bring it back to center, reach those arms out to the sides, lift them up, stretch up, reach up, get long and exhale it out. Just some nice gentle inhales up, maybe bring the gaze way up and then down. 2 more. On this one, let's start a little twist. We're going to take it up and release to one side. Back to center. Up and release the other side. Taking it as slow or as fast as it works for you. Sometimes it feels good to hold that twist for a moment, go a little deeper, and sometimes just the movement itself is what we need. Let's take it one more time, each side. And back to center we come. Let's put one hand down, lift the opposite arm up, and then lean it over. So big side stretch here. Back and forth, up and over. more time. Up and over. Other side. Back to center. So let's let our arms twist us a little bit here. We haven't done this one in a little bit. Just let our arms be loose, and we're just gonna try to reach that area across our upper shoulders, the spot where my tension is today. See if we can release that a little bit and warm the arms at the same time. Bringing it back to center now. Let's draw an elbow away from shoulder and lengthen here. Feeling a little pull in the shoulder. And maybe the neck. Maybe take it deeper. And then try the other side. And deeper. And let's reach behind today. Either make fists or interlace those fingers. Curl the shoulders down and back so that your chest is opening and you're forming that trench between your shoulder blades. Back of the neck is long here as we either reach our arms behind or just draw our elbows back. Whatever feels right today. Taking a moment to breathe deeply and to feel that opening across the chest. And the strength of those shoulders making your trench. One more breath here. And release. All right, we're going to take it up and then lean it forward. So we're going to pause halfway down, engaging our core, feeling our abdominals work. Reach out about halfway. Maybe wiggle a little, reaching through your fingertips. And when you're ready, take it all the way down. Start to move your hips to warm that low back in your hips by rocking your weight or walking your hands. And then slowly draw yourself back up. And we're going to go over to our knees to start practice today. Just a little spinal balance and a little cow and cat, and then we'll work our way up. So making it, if you need to do this in some other way, like from a chair to stay off your knees, please feel free. Spread those fingers, line up, coming into tabletop position here. We're going to lower our belly, raise our gaze, coming into cow, and then arch up into cat. So this is before we're fully warmed up, so make it feel comfortable to you. Maybe it's not your biggest cat and cow, but we're going to just try to check in with our low back, our belly, and that space between our shoulders. Big breaths. 2 more. Sinking it back to child's pose, knees together or knees wide. Just soften forward, find a few breaths here. And then we're going to lift it back up to all fours. Before we do any spinal balance, let's just press through each heel. Checking in with the foot and the back of the leg. Giving it a good stretch. Going to move that stretch up the leg now to the hips and glutes. So dip those hips and turn your gaze as far as it's comfortable. Rocking side to side. Beautiful. Coming back to all fours, starting a little spinal balance. We're going to send our left leg back, point that toe down, maybe circle the ankle for a moment. And then if you want to add on here, take the right arm out and hold. Warming that core, and then switch. Right leg back, point that toe down, circle the ankle if you choose, and the left arm goes out, finding balance. Waking up that core. Beautiful. Put that hand down. We're going to rock toward the back of the mat and wake up our feet, dipping our heels, dipping our knees. That really gets my Achilles, which sometimes needs a big stretch. So if this is uncomfortable for you, you can press up into your soft forward fold right away, or you can take that rock a few times to loosen the back of those ankles. Coming up when you're ready, bent knees here. We're not warmed up through the legs. We're just going to wake up the feet by lifting our toes, spreading our toes, letting our ankles warm up a little. Maybe knees. You can probably feel it in the back of your legs if your hamstrings are tight. Let's work our way up. Just walk up your body. Just walk right up your legs. All the way up. Lift those arms up, reach up, stretch up. Sink it down, moving chair. Inhale up. Sink it down and back. One more. Sink it down and hold. Holding our chair, weight to the heels, lifting our spine, wiggling our toes. So we're going to shift over to the right and just lift up onto our left toe. Holding here, 3 breaths. And then shift over to the left foot, raise up onto the right toe, 3 breaths. And then bring those hands to the floor, forward fold. Using a block if you need to bring the floor closer, or a book or something to give you a little height. So you can press in and work to straighten the back of the legs, stretching those hamstrings out. Let's go up halfway now. Extend, make your trench, turn your gaze for the neck if you need it. Back down to that floor. Travel up your body nice and slow. Arms up. Interlace overhead this time. Lean in each direction. Wake up your obliques. One more. Each way. And release. Let's take it wide. Coming into our wide stance, moving around to wake up those inner legs. Feet and ankles. Sometimes it requires some creative movement to get everything loose. We check to make sure the knees track the same way as the toes, and we're opening those knees wide. And when you're ready, we're going to go right into sunflowers today, just 5 each way. Inhale up, sink it down. Remember to extend your body outward as you sweep down. Two more. And add some rotation. And one more, and add rotation the opposite way. One more. Goddess. Sink it down, bring those elbows out, or modify the hand position if you need to. Sorry, almost fell over there. Okay. Sink it low, hold and breathe. Strong warrior. Strong goddess, I guess it would be. See if we can just pulse just a few times, lowering it down a little bit. Nice. And then take it all the way up. Press up, reach out, big X. We're going to take our right hand and we're going to bring it down toward our left ankle. And back up to center. Left hand to the right ankle. Keep your balance. Side to side. One more time each way. Sink it back into your goddess. We're going to take our right over our left and either do a hug here, back of the hands come together, or a full eagle wrap. Tilting those elbows out, searching for a stretch through the arms and shoulders. Here we go again, press up, big X. Again, right hand, left ankle. Nice and slow. If it bothers you to go up and down, you don't have to do as many as I do. We're going to do 2 more each way. And come back to center and sink it back into our goddess. This time left comes over right for our eagle arms or our hug. Tilt those elbows, get your best stretch. You can turn your gaze for your neck if you need to. You can pulse your legs if you want more. Beautiful. Now take those hands to the knees, send the knees wide. Take the big stretch where you turn shoulder toward opposite knee, you turn your gaze, you lean in low if you can and really stretch. Take it to the other side when you're ready. One more time each way, big stretch. And then hands to the floor. Take the feet wide for a wide-legged forward fold. Lowering your head, feet go parallel. And make this feel best to you. You might want to reach way behind for a deeper stretch, or off to a side, or even forward. Depends on what part of your body you will need a deeper stretch for here. Maybe play with all of them and find the one that works. We're going to bring it back to center and add a twist. So opening up to a side, stacking the shoulders, reaching for the sky, and then switching. Make sure those shoulders are twisting and stacking. Feet are firmly pressed. And you can move that placement of the hand if you want to deepen the back of the leg stretch. Today it's all about my shoulders. One more time each way. And back to center. Lower that head. Take a deeper stretch here for a moment. Take it halfway up. Make your back long. And either hop or heel toe your way to a forward fold, center of your mat. Halfway lift, extend, make your trench, turn your gaze if you need it. And put a bend in those knees and press down through the feet, taking it all the way up. And exhale, shake it out. All right, a little bit of loosening around the hips from the balance position, so hang on if you need to. Use the chair back or the wall. We're going to shift over to the right and come into one-legged balance, picking up that left knee. Holding strong here for a few breaths. You can circle the ankle if you want to add more. You can circle your arms if you want more. Balance is a thing that changes every day and every practice. Sometimes it feels good and sometimes you work really hard just to stand up. I get it. All right, let's change our arm position. I'm going to bring mine into heart center. Take the knee out to the side, warming that hip a little. And then I'm going to do the dips. We're going to come forward with a bent leg and then lift it up. So we're hinging at the hip and just keeping our leg in the same position. 2 more. And release. Shake that out. Shifting over to the left leg, find your arm position that works for you. Lift that right knee up. Add movement if you choose. And then we change our arm position and take the knee out to the side. Work, and then we come back to center and we do hold that leg steady, bend it forward, coming back up 5 times. Last one. Shake it out. All right, we haven't done this in a while. I want to work the outside of the hip a little bit. So we're going to do the swing the leg up and back. So we're going to do it in front of our opposite foot and behind our opposite foot. You may need to hang on. I'd rather you hang on than be all wobbly because I really want the action. Even if you're hanging on, you're still going to get that action and work in the hips and sides of the hips. I forget what they're called. But anyways, we're going to stand on the right leg, take our left leg out in front. So you're going to have to get long on the right side to keep that heel off the ground. You can have your arms however they work to hold and balance you, maybe even to hang on. We're going to lift that leg out and bring it back. So we're not throwing it and letting it come down. We're guiding it up and guiding it down. 5 of those. It's in front of the ankle, opposite ankle. Okay, when you finish that, now take it behind. This is a little harder. We're going to lift it. We don't lift quite as high, or at least I don't. So we lift it out and back 5 times. Last one. I did a few more than 5 because some of you weren't quite on when I was. Okay, I can feel that on both sides. All right, let's stand on that left leg now and take the right heel out. So get a little longer on the left side. Get ready, keep that ankle in front, or the heel in front of the opposite ankle. Here we go. It might be easier one side or the other because you have one strong leg and one balanced leg. Finished 5, take it behind. 5 more. Whew, and release. Yowzers, I can feel that. All right, let's do one more standing thing, and we're going to circle the knees. So hang on if you need to. Shift to the right. Circle the knee now. Should be, excuse me, the hip should be all warmed up. We're going to do 6. 2 more. And then opposite direction. Nice big circles. Beautiful. All right, other side. Shifting to the left, raise the right knee and circle. Other way. And shake that out. Okay, I know it's a little early in practice and a little odd, but we're going to do some standing poses here still while we're standing, and then we're going to go to some other things. I know it's weird, I don't know why, but we're going to do it. So we're going to stand on the right leg and we're going to come into tree, taking our left toes and knee out to the side, hanging on if we need to, finding the low position or working our way up to the tree that feels right to us today. Let's go, we're going to do a little bit of extra work here, and of course you can not do this. I'm going to have us work on our arm strength here at the same time. If you want to just bring your hands to your normal position or hang on, that's fine too. But bring the arms out if you want some additional work. We're going to start with tight, tiny circles in one direction. And then we're going to go the opposite direction. Excellent. Shake that out. That was good work. I saw some great balance, even though your arms were out. And you're in tree. All right, shifting to the left. Right toes, right knee. Find the position on this side that works for you. Hang on or not. Remember to hug in and find that center position. Choose your arms. Here we go. Take it the opposite direction. Whew, and shake it out. Nice work. Grab a drink if you need it. Get ready to come to the front of your mats. We're going to come into a mountain. Checking in with the nice spread toes, the hips distance apart, feet pointing forward, inward spiral of the shins, all the way up our bodies, activating our core, shoulders up, back, and down, palms face away, standing in mountain, just being aware from the feet to the crown as we breathe and recall our intention. So we're going to open those eyes and bring our arms up with our inhale. We're going to sink it down into a chair. Weight goes back to the heels, keeping our spine lifted. One more breath here. Then we're going to shift over to the right, lift up our left foot or come onto our left toe. 3 breaths. Stepping it back into a warrior 2. So if you have a chair or a wall in front, you can hang on if you need to. Trying to extend that left leg and point the toe down. Hips level. Standing legs straight. Strength builder here. And now we're going to take that left foot and put it down and come into a high lunge. Adjusting so we're in the right position. Don't worry about sticking your landing. We're going to keep our hips level, lift our torso, keep that back leg straight if it wants to bend. Mine does. It usually means it's tight on the hip flexor or somewhere. So sink into your best. When you're ready, if you're ready, take it all the way up to a crescent lunge. Choosing a twist to the right. It can be elbow over knee, it can be lowering that left knee down and twisting, or it can be hand to floor stacking. You choose what feels right to you today. And then we're going to put our hands down and rock forward into a forward fold, front of the mat. We're going to lift halfway up, extending our head away. Bend those knees, press down through the feet, take it up. And we sink it down into a chair, 3 breaths. Shifting over to the left, we come either onto the right big toe or lift it up all together, coming into one-legged chair. And now we send that back into a warrior 3. We step it back into our high lunge, finding our position, making it feel good, adding on if we choose. Thinking about that twist to the left and choosing our level of twist here, going left. Choosing a level of plank now, stepping it back to a plank or using the chair for your plank, doesn't matter. Find a plank position and hold. We're going to try for 8 full breaths of mine. Two more. Downward facing dog. Move it around. Make it feel good. So we're going to come into a balanced down dog where we're feeling the stretch all the way up our arms and back to the top of the sitting bones and down the backs of the legs. Ears are in line with the arms. Heels do not have to touch to feel the stretch. 4 breaths. Thinking about how you want to bring that right leg forward into a crescent lunge. You can lower the left knee, you can just step it forward, or you can swing it forward, coming all the way up. Crescent lunge. Bringing the hands to heart center and turning that back heel down. Checking your position for warrior 2. Nice and balanced. Good bend in that front knee. You can see your first and second toe. Check in with your hips and heart. Keep them facing the long edge of your mat. Gaze turns and we hold. Flip that right palm up, reverse. Taking it over to side angle, any version. I'm going to go elbow to knee, hand to hip to start, opening up the left side of my chest, keeping that back leg straight and long. And then I'm going to add my hand. So I'm going to put my thumb up, reach my arm behind me, and take that whole arm and just bring it forward. Back to a plank. Another 8 breaths. You can change the level or just choose the same. Downward facing dog. 4 even breaths. Finding a way to get your left leg through for crescent lunge. Bringing those hands down, turning the back heel down, finding your way to warrior 2. Nice. Checking the balance, the feet, the hips and heart, shoulders, and gaze. Flipping that left palm up, keeping the right side of the chest open, coming into your reverse warrior. And sliding it over to side angle that works for you. Turning your gaze to the floor, we're going to bring our hand down and we're going to lower our right knee and come into all fours here. All 4 position. You're going to do a little thread the needle for our shoulders now that everything's warmed up. So we take our right arm, raise it up, slide it under, palm faces up, reaching it to the left side of our mat. We put our right shoulder down and stretch that arm and across our shoulders. Pressing our weight to the right, reaching left. You can add on with that left arm, reaching it to the sky, lifting your left leg and pointing the toe down for balance if you choose. Two more breaths. And we go back to center. Shake it out. And try the other side. Left arm goes up. We slide it under. This time our left shoulder goes down and we reach our hand to the right, pressing our weight to the left, adding on as needed. more breath. And release. Back up. Now take a child's pose and either go knees wide or knees together. Maybe whatever you didn't do the first time, do the opposite now. Settle those hips down. Let your belly be soft. Beautiful. All right, we're going to do just a couple more stretches here. So coming up into a down dog and then stepping your right leg forward into a lunge, we're going to go lizard. So down dog, right leg comes through for lunge. Hands go to the left side of that right foot. We lower our left knee and we walk it forward into a lizard. Stretching the hamstring, right side. Hugging that right knee in. If you need to get off your left knee, lift it up. Press through that heel. Now let's add on to this by walking our hands off to the left, keeping that knee right above the ankle. Maybe we don't get far, that's okay. Trying for more of an inner leg stretch here as we move our body away from that leg. And we breathe. Walking ourselves back. We're going to get our hands on either side of this front leg, and we're just going to press through this heel, straightening this leg out, drawing back with the right hip. And then back to our downward facing dog to stretch it out. Finding a lizard on the left leg, raising it or working your left leg forward into the lunge. Hands come to the right, we lower that right knee, hugging the left knee towards us as we walk forward into lizard. Other side, you can always lift that right knee, get off of it, press through the heel. And then we walk over to the right, changing that lizard a little, inner leg stretch. Beautiful, walking it back now. We're gonna take this left knee behind us. Oh, sorry, I forgot that little part where we're gonna sink it back and stretch the back of this left leg for a moment. Two more breaths. And now I was excited about doing an extended puppy for our back. So bring that left knee down, reach the fingertips to the front of the mat. We're going to lower our bellies, lift our hips, stretch those arms and that back out in an extended puppy. Beautiful. Lift it up, come forward, and actually come all the way down to your belly. We're going to put our hands next to the sides of our body here, hug our elbows in, keep our toenails on the mat, and come up into a cobra. Opening that chest. then we're gonna bring it back down and we're gonna come into a sphinx. Elbows are under our shoulders. Fingers and palms are pressing into the floor. Feet are still on the floor, toenails connecting. We're gonna open that chest, lift up, breathe. Beautiful, bring it all the way down. We're gonna bring our right arm in front. If you have a towel or a strap that you need a little assistance, to do this, we're gonna lift the left leg and use that towel around it if you need to, or reach for the foot, draw it in, stretching our left quad. Half bow. And release. Switch sides, get your strap or towel around that right foot if you need to. Lift it up if you don't want to bother with that. Reach for it, draw it in, stretch your right quad. Half bow, opposite side. And release, pressing up to seated. Let's just extend those legs in front. Take one stretch here where we're sitting up tall, pressing those legs down, flexing those feet up, pointing the toes back toward our face. You can keep your hands behind, or you can come forward into a seated forward fold. Taking your best stretch here, 5 breaths. And then release, draw your left knee up. We're gonna take a final twist here, keeping the right leg long, or if you wanna add on to this stretch, you certainly can by bringing your foot over and bending the leg under. You can even just bring it over. We're gonna twist to the left. So just take a big twist to the left. See if you can reach your glute and your shoulder. And then take it to the other side, straighten the left leg, bend the right, choose to go deeper, and we're gonna twist right. Excellent. Unwind, roll onto your back, bring those knees into your chest. Do whatever final stretch or stretches feel good to you. And I am going to start our music for our final resting, so you can take that into your Shavasana whenever you are ready.